Today, I want to talk about the best way to change your relationship. And that way is actually to change yourself. So, today, I'm going to talk about 3 ways that you can change yourself that will drastically influence the quality of your relationship. Stay tuned. Hello, Dr. Brian here. I want to help you have the best relationship possible and give you the tools to do that. So, the first principle I want to talk about is taking ownership of yourself. And so, what that means is you really want to have an attitude where you're thinking more in terms of what you can do, what you can change, rather than what you can't. So many people spend time on thinking about things that they just have no control over, whether it be how much their spouse is drinking, or how their spouse just doesn't touch them enough or give them enough affection. And so rather than focusing in on the things that you just have no control over, which is the other person's behavior and how they think, you really want to focus on what you can do to influence the relationship. Even if you think your partner's 99% of the problem, you want to own that 1% and look at all the ways you can think differently and do differently in this relationship. So the second principle I want to talk about is doing this very thing. Take ownership of your thoughts. So if you think about your partner in a negative way on a regular basis, like they don't care about me, they don't love me, all they care about is their work, or all they care about is the hobby that they have. In research, they call this negative sentiment override, where you perceive your partner in a negative light rather than a positive light. You give your partner the negative benefit of the doubt rather than the positive benefit of the doubt. And it could be, anything that they do is negative. Even if they try to do something nice, you might not be able to see it because you're so used to seeing all the negative things that they're doing on a regular basis. So you want to take ownership of your part of this problem by looking at how you're thinking about your partner. If they never hug you, go initiate a hug yourself. Think about the things that your partner does right on a regular basis rather than what they're always doing wrong. Maybe you've been feeling like roommates in the relationship, and that's all you can think about is how disinterested they are in you. Well, you're also disinterested in them. You've turned off. Your motivation has likely gone down in the relationship. So take a step towards them. Start having a thought process of, what can I do? Which leads me to the third principle is take ownership of how you can influence the relationship. So you want to look at, what ways are you trying to connect with your partner? In research, John Gottman calls this a bid for connection. What bids are you making? A bid would be anything that says, I'm trying to connect with you right now. So it could be a hug in the kitchen. It could be, hey, come sit with me, or let's go on a date this weekend. So one of the reasons why motivation goes down in a relationship is because there's a lot of failed bids. You might feel like you've tried a lot, and so your motivation goes out the window. There's so many ways that you can influence a relationship that you just haven't thought about. One of those ways may be bringing up the issues that you're not talking about. You don't want to be the type of couple that sweeps things under the rug. And so you may want to bring up that issue where you're feeling lonely in the relationship. I see so many couples in my office where that's a part of their narrative as a couple is they just stop talking about things. They swept things under the rug, and they do feel this roommate feeling. So even though it may feel uncomfortable, you can bring up an issue, and you can bring it up in a soft way. For example, I just want to talk to you because I'm feeling lonely lately, and I really want to connect like we used to connect. That can positively influence the relationship and help you have a conversation that you've been needing to have for a long time. So really think about these ways that you can influence your relationship by the things that you do, change the way that you think, and ultimately just take ownership of yourself. If you find these videos helpful, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.